The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning and welcome to Guardian Radio AM. Today is finally Wednesday, February 25th. It's a little after 11 o'clock in the morning. And once again, this shall be your host for today. Today we have some smiling guests in the studio today who's a little nervous, right? But I said, no, you can talk a lot. You can talk a lot for half an hour. So let's get you excited about this thing because we're going to be talking about the Bahamas Kidney Association. In studio, we have Miss Tamika Roberts, and of course, the co-chair of the soiree they have later on. It's going to be Miss Suzanne Demerit. I hope I pronounced her Susan. Susan or Suzanne? Susan. Bring the mic closer so people can hear that you're talking to me. Susan, you said? Susan Demerit. S-U-S-A-N. There you go. And they're going to be talking about the soiree they plan to have and some events they plan to have about the Kidney Association. But I had to ask Miss Roberts, who's the chairman of the entire association, what is association about? Like, why do you have it? Give me some details about it.
Certainly.
And then we can talk about the soiree and events later on.
Certainly. Well, good morning, Mr. Newry, and good morning, Bahamas. Thank you so much for having us. So the Bahamas Kidney Association is a nonprofit organization. We received our nonprofit license in April of 2021. So this is like the fifth year that we have been operating as a nonprofit. And our mission is to raise awareness to kidney health and also to assist those persons that are affected by kidney disease. Support, and that could be in various ways. Presently, we have programs where we support these patients. We have monthly support meetings. We also provide a medication assistance program where we provide 4 medications for patients, the Nepro, the Neprovite, the alpha-calcidol, and also the calcium carbonate, better known as Tums. And those are medications that we provide free to all patients that are enrolled in our medication assistance program. We also have 4 pharmacies that are assisting us with this effort, and patients can go to any one of these pharmacies and get the medications. We were fortunate enough to partner with a pharmacy in Grand Bahama, Chappies, and so patients even in Freeport, Grand Bahama can also go and receive this medication. The pharmacies here in Nassau are Comprehensive Pharmacy, Friendly Pharmacy, and also Live Well Pharmacy. And we're looking to definitely expand this and spread this to additional pharmacies and additional family islands where patients can go and get their medication for free.
First, I'd like to thank your association for your help and support of Bahamians. Yes. Let me say that first of all, right? We have a challenge society, especially with diabetes, right? I have a number of callers who I know are on dialysis, and they complain about it. I didn't know there was a support group, and you're saying that you are a support group for people like that who are battling this disease.
Yes, that is correct. And which many people probably may not know, and some may know, is that the leading cause of diabetes and hypertension. And of course, we are Bahamians, we are people of color.
I like eat.
So exactly, and I'm sure everyone or every Bahamian knows somebody, if it's not themselves, who is affected by hypertension or diabetes. Mm-hmm. And so people of color are of higher risk, and kidney disease continues to increase globally and definitely here in the Bahamas. From what we know there are about more than 600 persons on the hemodialysis program.
My Lord.
Yes, from the government standpoint. And so it continues to grow. it continues to grow. It continues to affect almost every family member. I'm sure someone knows someone that has diabetes, that has hypertension, that is on dialysis. Dialysis persons are definitely among the most vulnerable in our
Yes.
community.
Yes.
And so the association, we continue to advocate for and on behalf of those persons and try to support them as much as possible on their journey.
Wait, you're an advocacy group too?
Yes, we advocate for
Oh,
these persons.
I didn't know that.
Yes, we are in constant communication with the government, the Minister of Health and Wellness, the hospital administrators, the dialysis unit. We constantly are in communication with them to see how best we can assist to try and push policies and even in terms of medication for patients, just to see how best the government overall could assist these persons on their journey.
I'm surprised that Marvin Johnson hasn't called in yet, because anything with dialysis and kidney and thing, he tends to call and lobby all the time. And to know that there is a lobby group for patients and people
Yes.
dealing with the disease. Are you a support group for family members who have children or loved ones? Go ahead.
We are a support group for everyone. Kidney disease does not only affect the individual, it affects the sons. And so these meetings are inclusive of everyone. In February, the same month, our kidney group, support group, really tailored living donation. And so we encouraged patients and also support group members to come out. We know that it is not an easy journey.
No.
This is not only difficult for the person that is sitting in the chair, but it's also difficult for family and loved ones to see their loved one going through
Yes.
this process. And so we try to support the entire community. That would be the patient, the support, living donors, everyone that is involved in the kidney community. We try to support them as best as we can.
And how does someone get in contact with you to get this support, to get this information?
Well, we are on website. We have our website, BahamasKidneyAssociation.org. Also, they can call our office. Our office is located on Mount Royal Avenue in the Mount Royal Plaza, and that number is 436-1317, 436-1317. Or they can also email us at info@BahamasKidneyAssociation.org.
Now, say I just get diagnosed with I have some kidney issues. Like, say, issues are not the full disease, and I got to be that dialysis, but I have some kidney issues. And I'm nervous. I kind of scared. I bewildered, right? But I need someone to talk me through this thing, right? To let me know that it ain't there nowhere and I can make it. How do I get? I mean, you give the email and stuff, right?
Right.
But I want to know, how do I start the process? Say, hey, I need someone to talk to guide me.
Well, I would encourage anyone to reach out to the association. We are just not lay professional people that are also included in the association. We have our executive medical director, who is Dr. Lavard Roberts. We have several nurses. We have dialysis nurses who are also volunteering with the association. So once you call out, and if you have an issue, you have a concern, if the person answering the phone, who is our office manager, if she can't answer, I can guarantee you she will reach out to a medical professional, or we will find the answers for what you need and try and give you the correct guidance for your journey.
And my last questions before we start talking about money and the soiree and kidney month, because it's kidney. When is kidney month?
Kidney month is March.
Oh,
March
a
1st.
couple of days.
In a couple of days, we are on a countdown to kidney month. Yes.
Okay, we got to talk about kidney month before we
Yes.
go to the soiree too.
Yes.
Again, I said you're an advocate group, but what if I have concerns about various services and I want to voice my concern? I ain't happy.
If you have concerns even with that, we take these out with the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Like I said, the minister knows me very well. I think we do have a good relationship. And so these concerns are always voiced. And once we are aware, also the administrators, we're about building relationships with persons. We don't want to point fingers. We know this is a mammoth task. This is not a standalone issue that can be fixed overnight. But definitely, if we support and work together as Bahamians, I feel as if we can definitely reduce the instances of kidney failure. And so we continue to sit at the tables to make decisions, to help to advocate, to bring about change, to move this whole disease forward in terms of reducing the instances and trying to get the best support for those that are experiencing this issue.
And I soon bring Mr. Merritt into this conversation because she's going to talk about the event and the soiree particularly. But Kidney Month. What you
Yes.
mean by Kidney Month?
Kidney Month, this is recognized globally. Every March is recognized globally as Kidney Month. And the Bahamas, we are doing our part in raising awareness and just putting the spotlight on kidney disease. Kidney disease often goes unnoticed. Most persons don't even know they have kidney disease until it's too late.
My Lord.
Yeah, because the symptoms are, Bahamians, we like to say everything is gas. And so we wait until the ninth hour before we go into the doctor to find out that this pain that we thought was gas is actually now something else. So Kidney Month, it just raises awareness to kidney health. We encourage persons to go in and get your checkups and ask specifically, how are my kidneys? Are my kidneys okay when you go into the doctor's office? That is so important to ask specifically your physician, how are my organs functioning? How are my kidneys doing? And so this month, that is what we do. We also assist dialysis patients. We try to educate the public so that they can understand what a typical dialysis person goes through. Being on dialysis 3 times out of every week for 4 hours, 4 hours.
3 times a week.
Yes. And so it's a lot. It's a lot for the average person who is on dialysis. And I think, showing compassion and being aware of this can definitely assist, the dialysis person. Additionally, what we'd like to do during this month is to raise funds. This is a big fundraising month for us. And the funds, of course, would go to assisting patients. I would have already mentioned the medication assistance program. Also, we are looking to assist in the dialysis project. We have a dialysis project which entails us donating dialysis machines. We would have donated a dialysis machine last year to the Public Hospital Authority. And so we're looking to do more things like that.
So that's why you need this soiree.
We need the soiree. We need persons to participate in our fun run walk, which is March 7th at 6.
Give me a list down so we go talk to
Yes.
what all events you'll have planned. What I need money for.
Yeah, so they don't need money to come to church on the 1st of March,
So
but
I
you
don't
may
need-
want to give the
Offer.
church an offering. Exactly.
money for that too.
You need money for
I
that.
need
You
money
need
for that
money
too.
for that too,
Yes.
yes. But our church service is March 1st, and that is at Evangelistic Temple. March 7th, we do have a fun run walk, and that's at 6:30 at Goodman's Bay. We're asking persons to please. That is being powered by Four Seasons Race Management. You can go and sign up on the website, or you can also call our office. We're looking for persons to come up. We have cash prizes for that.
I love cash.
We have cash prizes for first, second, and third.
But for like just participating.
And you don't get no cash for that.
I can't run. I can't walk fast. I'm just seeing if I can get some money. But go ahead.
But it's for first, second, and third place. And so we're looking for persons to come out. And the thing about it is it's raising awareness. It's showing support for those that are on dialysis. They feel so good once they see that, somebody, they're not doing this alone. They're not walking this journey alone. And then on March 14th, we have the open public forum where we will answer questions from the general public. And this will be at the University of the Bahamas. We want the general public to come out, ask your questions. And this year we are focusing on living donation. The government is expanding the transplant program in terms of living donation for kidneys. And we would have witnessed that in June of last year. And so we want to educate the public on what living donation looks like. It's nothing to be afraid of.
I'm terrified of it.
No, it's nothing to. I'm a living donor, so it's really nothing to be terrified of. And so it's just a process. It's about educating and understanding, what the process looks like. Can I be a living donor? What I have to do, what I can and can't do. And so we'll be definitely educating the public on March 14th about that. And we want family members to come out. And patient may have a difficult time asking, and it's a big ask. And so if it's difficult for you to discuss, just bring your family members out. Let them hear for themselves. Maybe it is something that they would consider. So we want you to come out and be educated. Dr. LaVard Roberts will be leading that session. And then on March 15th, we're inviting all kidney patients to come out for a cooking demo. And this is going to be partnered with Doctors Hospital, a cooking demo on March 15th. And then on March 28th, we have our Emerald Soiree, the first, our inaugural Emerald Soiree. And we're really excited about
So
that.
that's why I stop you and go to
Yes.
Mr. Merritt.
Yes, you
Mr.
can stop
Merritt,
me.
you have a soiree on the 28th of March. What you mean by soiree? That means a big event, right?
Well, CA, before I get into the soiree, when you hear about the Bahamas Kidney Association and all the freebies, I call it, that they're giving away, then you will understand why we are having a soiree. And we are having a formal event on March 28th to raise funds. The soiree is March 28th, and it will be under the patron of Her Excellency, the Honorable Cynthia Pratt.
I love Miss Pratt.
Right. We begin with our cocktail hour at 6:30, and that's from 6:30
Let
to
me stop you there.
7:30.
I go with price. How much this soiree can cost me? Then I can find out how much would all I get with it.
Okay, the soiree is just a donation of $200.
That's it?
That's it, and they give $200 per patient. When I heard the listing of what they're giving away, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I get my ticket, and what happening now?
Okay, we have our cocktail hour, and we're gonna have a short program, fun fair program during the cocktail hour. After that, we're gonna move into the main event, and we have planned at that main event a 3-course meal.
Nice.
And we did a food testing yesterday, and OMG.
Nobody called me to test no food.
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Where's it going to be and where? Who did the testing?
The soiree is going to be at the Margaritaville.
Nice.
Yes. And at the testing yesterday, the food didn't just look good. It was fabulous.
Oh,
It
gosh.
tasted delicious.
Yes.
So we have a delicious 3-course meal planned
Yes.
for the evening of March 28th. And then we have our featured band, the Essence Band.
They're good. They like almost world renowned now. Everybody know about the
I
Essence
tell
Band.
you, I just learned of them in December.
You don't frequent Bahama, that's why. Everybody know about the Essence Band.
And I will say they are one of the leading bands.
I think they are the leading bands in the Bahamas at this
They
present
can
time.
play any tune for any age.
Oh gosh.
Also at the soiree, we will be having in-house auction and raffle.
Okay, tell me about
And
that.
we have trips to London, New York, amongst other prizes.
Now I can pause you right here because when you say auction, what I got to do? What that
You
mean?
have to bid.
Okay.
Yeah. If we have a trip to London,
Mm-hmm.
you just place a bid on it, and somebody else would probably try to outbid you.
So
And
I need to come with money on this day.
Come with money. Come
Okay.
with money. Just put a couple more dollars in your pocket.
Do you have any debit cards or swipe cards? Just asking to see if I need to come with my cash, or do I need to come with my debit card and say, well, I bidding on this and swipe.
We have a QR code. We'll have a QR code available. If you want to use your debit card, we can use that as well.
Okay, good. I like convenience.
Yes.
Yes. So we have the auction and the in-house raffle. So if you have not purchased any tickets yet, our box office is at the Bahamas Kidney Association
Give me directions properly so I can know where I'm going.
on Mount Royal Avenue.
Where that is on
Mount
Mount Royal.
Royal Avenue, right in the Mount Royal Plaza. It is between, that is what is the fabric store?
And that Home Fabric.
Between Home Fabrics and the corner right there by Oak Tree. So it's right there in the pink building.
Because I just get confused between Mount Rose and Mount Royal. That's why I actually do.
Yeah, Mount Royal is on the same road as Home Fabric.
Okay, I
So
see
once
it.
you cross the light headed, the building is right there in the pink plaza on your right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. And at this point, I must say, we are really thankful to the corporate Bahamas. They have been supporting the event.
Yes.
But we still have a few more tickets available.
So can people buy at like a table?
Yes. A table is $2,000. We're
Okay.
also looking for sponsors.
Tell me
I
what you
will
mean by
let,
sponsors.
Yes, so we're definitely looking for additional sponsors, but like Sue said, we are so grateful and thankful for Corporate Bahamas that have come forward already. We have J.S. Johnson, who is our title sponsor. And we are greatly thankful to J.S. Johnson for coming forward to being our title sponsor. So we want to say thank you to J.S. Johnson. We also have our diamond sponsor, who is the Kidney Center.
Okay.
They have come forward to be a diamond sponsor, and then our ruby sponsor, who is MedNet. We are grateful for their support, their financial support, and supporting this inaugural event. Like Sue said, we are still looking for additional sponsors. We're still looking for more Corporate Bahamas to come forward.
Where can they call to become a corporate sponsor?
They can call 436-1317. They
And
can
just
call
say, I want to
office.
be a corporate sponsor?
Just say you want to be a corporate sponsor. But, Mr. Newry, we've also had a lot of persons and Corporate Bahamas that have come forward with in-kind donations. And so we want to say how thankful and grateful we are as well for the in-kind donations, because we could not have put this event forward without the support of those persons.
So, Ms. Roberts, what's an in-kind donation?
In-kind donation, we've had persons that would have partnered with us through media, PR. We've had persons that have come forward with special drinks for the event, just various things, even Eden Well, who they will also be supporting us during the month of March with free kidney. Persons that want to check their kidneys for the month of March, you're not sure, you're feeling symptoms, you're just not certain, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources. Call our office, get a coupon for a free renal screening.
You hear that?
And we
Free
will,
renal
it's
screening.
Free renal
Call the
screening.
office.
We will have our medical executive director check out your results, and we will respond to you with your results. So all of this we are doing to raise awareness. And one thing Sue didn't mention in her excitement, we also have a Junkanoo rush out at the end of the
Really?
event. And this
The Essence Band and a Junkanoo Rush Out?
Junkanoo rush out. And the Junkanoo rush out, and funny enough, because kidney disease is so wide, one Bahamas, many stories, one fight. This here is being spearheaded by a kidney patient themselves, Mr. Kingsley Pickering, who offered to go ahead and provide, I think it would be the Saxons group or maybe a combination, I'm not certain, but I know he is a part of the Saxons group. They're coming out to provide a Junkanoo rush out at the end of the event. Kidney disease affects so many persons, and so many people are, touched by what we're doing. And so we're just asking, we don't want anyone to be left out.
Yes.
We don't want anyone to be left out of this event. It's going to be great. It is the first of its kind. We also have honorees that we'll be honoring
On that day or
on
or
that evening.
soiree?
On that evening, we want to encourage persons to go ahead and vote. This is on our website. We have 5 categories that we will be honoring, looking at persons in the kidney community. These persons they have been overlooked. They have not been highlighted, I think, as they should. And these would include the medical professionals, the caregivers, the patients themselves. We have many living donors here in the Bahamas, just like me. Persons that are doing work in the kidney community. We want to bring these persons forward to recognize them and to honor them for their service and for the work that they are doing in the kidney community. So all of this is happening that night.
It's a big event, man.
This is huge. This is huge. This is a huge event, yes.
Mr. Mayor, remind me what would happen on the 28th. What time I need to be at Margaritaville, that you said?
Margaritaville.
Okay, what time I got to be there?
March
Now, tell me Bahamian time
28th.
and also the regular time.
March 28th at 6:30 Bahamian time.
6:30 Bahamian time.
Bahamian time.
That means you start at 7 then. 6:30 Bahamian time.
6:30 Bahamian time.
Okay.
And remember, we will have an awesome time. It will be full of fanfare. But we are there to raise funds for the Bahamas Kidney Association. You hear from Ms. Roberts all the work that they are doing. Are looking also for volunteers. We're looking for more sponsorship. And we want you in the public to be a part of this event.
What do you mean by
$200.
volunteers now? I get this new word. Volunteer means like what?
Yeah, we'll be always looking for volunteers, more hands. This is like I said, this is a big task. This is bigger than one person, 10 persons, 20 persons. So the more volunteers we have we would need volunteers for that evening. We need volunteers for the Bahamas Kidney Association in general. So if you are interested in even volunteering, you can call us at 436-1317. In addition to that, if you don't have enough for a full table, which is $2,000, you can put in an ad. We also have a
You have
booklet.
ads?
We have ads.
Okay.
We have a booklet. You want your business to be highlighted. You want to show your support for a family member, maybe, and show them and send a greeting to them, even in the booklet. You can do that. We have our ads that start as low as $300. You can call us, reach out to us. We're still taking ads. The door will soon close. But please reach out to us. If you reach out to us probably in another week or two soon, maybe another
Yes,
week,
yes.
you can catch the booklet ads. And this is another way to show your support
Yeah.
to even your loved ones
Yeah.
or to somebody that, you want to show that I stand with you with this disease.
Get back to Mr. Merritt again. 6:30 Bahamian time. I pay my $200. That's where I get my ticket. I could get my ticket at the Bahamas Kidney Association, which is on Mount Royal Avenue.
Yeah, that's our box office.
That's where the box office.
Yeah. Or
Go ahead.
you can contact myself, 436-0707.
Or Tamika, 457-0990.
Okay, so I pay for my ticket.
Right.
When I come up there at 6:30 at Margaritaville, you're going to have a cocktail reception.
Cocktail
And
reception.
some signature drinks.
You have a signature drink.
Yes. And then after I get my cocktail, like this, that's half an hour. How long that be?
That's 6:30 to 7:30, 1
7:30.
hour.
Okay.
Then we move into our main event.
Tell me about the main event. We're going to
The
synopsis.
main event again, like I told you, we did the food testing yesterday.
Good food.
We have a delicious meal, three-course meal.
Three-course
prepared.
meal.
Yes.
Okay. And then after I finish eating my food,
You dance the night away with the Essence Band.
Of course,
we take
the
a break.
Essence.
You take a break to go and
do the
bid
honoraries.
on your prize, your auction. And we're going to have in-house raffles.
Show some things that you're raffling again.
We are raffling, I think it's more auction. We're
Auction.
auctioning a trip to London, a trip to New York. We have raffle prizes of trips to Miami.
Yes,
and
Orlando.
Right.
So
We also have-
let me think. Do you have raffle and you have auction?
Raffle and auction.
See, that's nice. Any door prizes? Because I'd be lucky.
Yeah, we have
We have
door
door
prizes.
prizes.
See,
as well.
when I walk in, it's people just get excited and I win things. I'm just saying, go ahead, continue. I'm sorry, I get distracted easily. So you have the raffle, and then you have the auction, and
Yes.
continue for the rest of the day.
Yes, so they are the bigger prizes. The trip to London, the trip to New York. We also have a few more. We have a trip to Orlando. We also have a gifts to travel certificate. We have some paintings. We have passes to water parks. We have a lot of stuff going on. And so we just want to encourage persons to come out. I must also end by saying that I must hard-working volunteers, all of those volunteers that have been with us from start to now, the board for the Bahamas Kidney Association, the soiree committee members, they work so hard and none of them are paid. And so I just want to say a big thank you to all of the volunteers of the Bahamas Kidney Association.
We're going to take a quick commercial break and we can transition to another part of the show. Of course, we have representatives from the Bahamas Kidney Association. We had Miss Susan Demerit, who's the co-chair, and we have the chair, Mr. Mika Roberts, who's the president of the Kidney Association, and also the chair lady at the soiree, the Emerald Soiree. That's going to be happening.
Yes.
Emerald, which is going to be happening on March 28th.
Yes.
March 28th at Margaritaville, starting at 6:30. Yep, we're going to excited. And next month is Kidney
Month.
I know they have all kind of events.
Please wear green every Friday to show your support. We have shirts available also. You can reach out to our office, but we expect to see everyone in green on every Friday during the month of March.
This has been Guardian Radio AM. We shall be right back.
Just sign in and have a seat, please. They'll call you in for your x-ray shortly.
That's why they call it a waiting room. You won't have that problem at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor. We never schedule multiple appointments, so you'll be in and out in no time. And if your initial screening reveals a concern, our radiologist can conduct an alternative screening right then and there. Call 328-8157 to schedule an appointment at 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center or Imaging at Grosvenor today.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Girl, Junior just showed me Bella Boy in his phone.
What you mean? He take picture of that good-for-nothing boy?
Shh, you don't want Bella hair. You say that. You know she always say that's my good child.
So what he doing in Junior phone?
Oh, he there because the police looking for him. He on that wanted list.
Wanted persons in your phone now?
Yes, child. And when police want to find anybody quick, after something happen, they can send picture direct to your phone. Go to Google Play or App Store and search for Crack Crime Bahamas. Then pick install and it will go straight to your phone.
There is also a section on missing persons?
Yes, girl. Everybody needs to get this app so police can tell us right away when these people go missing. Just like an alert system.
Yes, it has numbers for Crime Stoppers Bahamas, so you can call directly to Miami and give the information without giving your name or anything about you. I tried the other day, and when I hear Junior and his boys talking about where they hide those guns, I walk quick round the corner and call that number.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
And we have my co-host who usually joins me on Tuesday. We have Donato Missick in studio. We're going to be talking about MPs, right? I just found out. Get calculator out. I want you to work this out. Get your calculator out.
Go ahead.
I just found out that an MP of the Bahamas makes $28,000 a year. I want you to work out how much is that per week.
All right.
$28,000 a year. How much is that a week?
That's $538.
$538. So that's the conversation today. You're a businessman. You're an executive.
Man, I got
you
it
have.
again, man.
That's what it is. I knew what the answer was.
man.
See, my point is, I want to know and understand what is it that an MP does. Is an MP job part time? Is it has transitioned to full time? What the salary should an MP make? And we're going to use that quote, $538.
Wow.
I know when you finished high school, you was making $538, and that's almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I want to know, is that too little? And the reason why I brought this conversation up, because in Jamaica, they're having a big debate about their prime minister, Holness, and his salary. They're trying to increase his salary to $100,000 a year for the prime minister of Jamaica. A number of Jamaicans say, man, that's too much for a senior executive of the country who manages billions of dollars and makes sure that they stay honest. Because he have all the money of the country at his fingertips. Is $100,000 to pay their senior executive too much? Right? Our prime minister does. You know what our prime minister make in total? Make $78,000, $50,000 for the minister, another $28,000. Is that too small money? I said, how do you keep a member of parliament fair and honest with giving them 28? Okay, first of all, I got to ask you, Missick.
Go ahead.
What is a job? What do you think is the job of an MP? And I see you call. I come to you right now.
You know, the job of the MP, especially, a constituency. Let's take the constituency, Nassau Village, for instance. That those constituents, and again, good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, Bahamas. Good morning, everybody. That those constituents should, give the issues of what is important for this constituency. He's the member of parliament for a constituency, and he's a Bahamian, but not the member of parliament for the whole entire Bahamas. So he needs to focus on that community. And each community, each constituency has different issues. I don't expect Killarney to have the same issues of a Nassau Village. I don't expect Fort Charlotte to have the same issues of a South Abaco. So those issues specifically to that community. South Abaco might have the fishermen in that area, or the wildlife or something in that area might be an issue for that community, versus a Nassau Village might have, the kids coming home from school, something for the kids to do. Kids not having the proper resources in their community. Those might be issues that are more specific to that area. And that member of parliament should be the person, a point of contact to try and rectify those issues in that community. I think far too many times we think of our members of parliament for the whole country and not specifically centric to that community. And is that community, this is another question, is that community reaching out collectively that this is what we want done in this community? Not the member of parliament telling y'all you need a basketball court or you need this for your community. The community telling the member of parliament this is what this community needs.
I'm going to interrogate that, but let me go to the callers here to have them engage. Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM. You're live.
Yeah, what we got to realize is that MP is calling. People say that they were called to be there to help the people, right?
Yes.
MP could before they were selected, That don't hinder them from doing the same job what it's done before.
So, caller, I can bait Mr. Missick and you at the same time. You're saying, but I assume what you're saying is MP is a part-time job.
It's not a part-time.
Part-time job get part-time pay.
It's not actually like, for example, you're going to go 9 to 5. No. Because the MP can still do his a lawyer or whatever job he's doing prior to being elected,
Yes, but the job of it, what you'd be before you get elected, requires at least 8 to 9. You're saying that the MP job is a part-time job, residual after they do their job, then they come in and do like 2, 3, 4 hours.
That's why it's just a calling. It's like a pastor. You're a pastor or a pastor, and they got to go to see the people, their parents, and so forth. But they still have their 9 to 5 job, so it's more like a calling.
My priest only do one job though. He just do priest 12 hours a day. They don't have no other job.
So the MP's not a job. The MP's not a job. That's why they're getting paid what they're getting paid. Because they don't have to be there every day. They don't have to go 8 hours a day.
Okay, I appreciate that. Let me interrogate that too. Thanks very much, caller.
Yeah,
Let's go. You respond to that, Missick. They don't work no 8 hours. That's what the caller is saying. It's a part-time job. That's what the caller is saying. You don't call them on a Saturday or call them on a Sunday. They're off on the weekends. They're off on the holidays. They don't in the evening. It's not a scheduled work. It's just a couple hours during the day. Like after work, you go there and spend 3 hours and that's it.
I would humbly disagree with the caller. You're correct that they are called to serve, but being called to serve for your community, you can designate some time for yourself, but it's not a part-time. It's not a part-time operation.
If it's a full-time job, you got to get full-time pay. But if you listen to the caller, and come to you now, caller, next caller, if you listen to the caller saying it's not a full-time job. It's something that you give extra time after you finish your first job. You come there and you spend 2 hours. You don't expect to see your MP Monday to Friday, right? You don't expect them to see them. You don't expect to communicate with them. You expect to see them at the end of the week for 3 hours, and that's it.
This is an eye-opening conversation. C.A. Newry brought this up about a week ago. This is something he wanted to talk to the nation about. And just from that first call, I'd like to know, do other people feel that way? This is a part-time operation. That's troubling.
Let's go to the callers. Let's see. Go ahead, caller. Guardian. Go to the next one. Guardian Radio, you live.
Yeah, I personally agree with that caller who made the call. It's only a part-time job. MP don't wait. They don't wait from Monday to Friday or from Monday to Saturday. They meet the average one time in the house, and that's be on Wednesday. And sometimes it only be half a day. Okay? They have a headquarters where, I think $150,000 is be paid to each consistency, but this is a good deal of money. So MP is only, like the previous caller says, only a part-time job. It's not a full-time job. So they could do the other job if they want to. Thank you.
I appreciate that. So now we get in the consensus because now we realize that Bahamians in the main seem to believe that the MPs just work for 3 hours for the whole week. That's it, right? And whereas they go to the house, when the house meets on Wednesdays, and that normally be Wednesdays and Thursdays. So between Wednesday and Thursday is the only time that MP works, and other than that, they don't do nothing else.
Man, Cecil, I need to hear some more phone calls, man.
Let's go to this text.
I need some more phone
This
calls.
text is
Please.
an MP is a full-time job for a man and a woman. So like some supposed men, they are deadbeat. We know who they are. I'm not sure exactly what they mean by that. Let's go to the caller. Guardian Radio AM, you're live.
Hey, Siri, good morning. How you doing?
Doing well, man.
Good. I have a question, right? If you sign up for a job knowing that the job is a minimum wage job, would you accept the job? Why complain about the pay?
I can talk about me. I make a couple dollars, right? And every year I demand a pay raise. And that's just me because I say I work efficiently. I come on time. I never call in sick. I do extra on set after my year of work. I expect an evaluation because times has changed and my job is good. Every year they do evaluation and say, yes, I get an increase every year. That's just me. I get an increase every year. And I also expect bonus too. I thought this was for every job.
Yes, I agree. It is every job, right? But this is a 5-year contract job, knowing that you would get paid $28,000 per year for 5 years.
But when last there was an evaluation?
Somebody's MPD doing a good job to be evaluated.
Then you fire them, set.
You fire them?
Fire them, set, and then the ones who doing the good job, you increase their salary.
I don't see it.
You don't believe in firing people if they're doing a bad job?
I know. I believe in firing.
And so if they're doing a good job that you kept them, then surely they deserve an increase.
If they've been there 10, 15 years, then I see the increase. But you shouldn't complain within that 5-year period knowing that you signed a contract. You accepted a job paying $28,000 a year.
What type of work you do? What type of work you do?
Me?
Yeah, what type?
Multiple work.
I mean, okay, I just being broad. You don't expect a pay raise every year if you're doing a good job?
Granted, I'm doing an excellent job, yes.
Do you expect like a bonus? If they give bonus, you don't expect a bonus?
I don't mind giving the MPs a bonus. Granted, they're doing a good job.
So the MPs who are doing a good job don't get a bonus, and the MPs who are doing a good job don't get an increase. What should we do?
I don't know.
I feel you, Colin. I feel you, Colin. Thanks, man. I appreciate you calling.
Yeah.
But I think it's necessary. But if for such little financial reward, I think you can only expect, like the text said, a dead beat, because there's not much of a reward. $28,000 for 5 years, a year. What are you expecting? And some people think it's a part-time job. What are you expecting the output from that minister to be? Do you expect it to be exceptional?
If you only paying them $500, you get $500 worth of work. Yeah. You only get, after that overtime, no, time to go home. You only paying me $500. I got to go home on time. I got a child to take care of. I have a wife to take care of. And you ain't paying me no more than $500, so there's no overtime with me.
It takes an unbelievable amount of discipline to keep that up for 5 years.
Let's go to the caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live.
I had a call by the club. I never said an MP only works 3 hours. There are some MPs who work 12 hours a day. That's on them.
Oh, that's on them.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that if you were to pay an MP, say, $60,000, I would expect him to work a 9 to 5.
Yes.
That wouldn't be at his discretion when he would work in the post or position. That's where they make the money. Because they have a job. The prime minister hire them, and they get paid handsomely for that job. An MP doesn't have a job per se The people hire them by voting for them. But they, like I said, they still continue doing the job they doing before. They be making the job, making $100,000 a year. They still continue doing that job.
I appreciate you, caller.
Caller, one thing I'd want to say is if you have a job, that's making $100,000 a year, I guarantee you your workload per week is probably not a 40-hour job. A job that pays that kind of money is going to require you massive amounts of time to be there, to be on top of things. So that if you were called for the $28,000 5-year contract job and you had a previous occupation, that still is going to take precedent. And so then the member of parliament does become a part-time job for some members, and that's sad.
Let's go to the next caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live. Caller, you there?
Hello?
Go ahead, you live.
Yes. I feel sorry for the Bahamas and the mentality of us being, to be honest. First and foremost, good day to you, your guests, and the nation.
Good afternoon.
But how can I put it? And I think that's why the country is at a disadvantage. And I think that's why Bahamians are so at each other's throat. Because what black people don't realize is if the person above you get paid higher, more money, then you get more money. And if you think an MP and all the work they do, from my experience of knowing an MP personally, like they don't even work, say, 8 hours a day. They kind of work like 24 hours a day. In a restaurant, you have like 50 people, and the waiter and get paid by gratuity. So, and you could imagine they go in home at $600 and $700 a week. And to say an MP who is responsible for a constituency that has over 1,000 people only worth $500. That's why when our leaders go to these countries to talk to these millionaires, they can't even really bend a proper conversation because they're about money. And I think MP is the Prime Minister. I think they should get more money. So when us, the garbage man, the forklift drivers, the doctors, the teachers could be able to get more money as well. And I think Bahamians need to stop that black crab syndrome and stop wanting to see people.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. This text says, CA, they make plenty money under the table. When they get in, they get out of here. All of them get big house and children going to private school once they're in. Wow. But if you're only making $28,000 a year, you got to find how you make money the rest of the way. Bahamians are saying that you're only worth $28,000. Wow. You're only worth $500 a week. And you're a member of parliament managing an entire constituency, trying to get more money to manage it in terms of donations and activities. And you're saying that you're at $500. Let's go, caller. Guardian Radio AM, you live.
Yes, good morning to both of you. First of all, with the MP getting paid and the thing, this whole thing is about what they're doing in the constituency is garbage. That's why they didn't pay for that. They're already spending millions of dollars per year in the civil service to have the things done that they say they are doing for us. And so their job is to debate legislation and recommend policies. But let's go back to what people say when people get paid. Do you know that planes today and the locomotive on the thing, they are almost 100% automated? Yet those people say, let's say make a pilot make $250,000 for flying those jumbo jets. Since he does nothing technically except doing landing and even landing and takeoff now, it's almost automated. What do you think they're paying him for? They're paying him in the event he needs to respond, not the physical work itself. And that's where we have to understand that that's what people get paid for. People get paid high salary to work hard. And this whole concept of, especially like you say, for people say dark-skinned people or whatever, if working hard used to generate wealth, every damn slave would have been a billionaire. And so what we have to do is we have to understand contextually what responsibilities are. And so even when you have MPs don't run no ministries. The PS does. He's there to supervise, like make sure that the policies and things are followed. The problem is that we've been so mixed up that we can't have proper conversation of what things was being hard it has to be done. And so it's the same thing with the civil service. And so how do we then have responsibility or know where we should be or how or grade someone when we ourselves don't know what to do? It's like blind men watching blind men do things which sight requires.
Okay. Very true. We have a number of millionaires who will be running for politics to become an MP, right? Some of them, apparently, according to the law, they cannot become a minister. But can you imagine they bring in innovative concepts to their constituency, and they said that their only salary is $28,000 a year, $500 a week, and they bring in changing the direction of their constituency and their constituents?
Mindset. I want to tell a little story, about my wife. It was her birthday the other day. I want to send a shout out to her again. She liked to buy $3 shoes. And I would always row her about buying the $3 shoes. Why don't you go and get yourself some Clarks, something that's more sturdy and every 2 weeks she got to change shoes because the $3 shoes bust up. And if you get a $28,000 MP, that's all you're going to be expecting, a $500 part-time job operation. And I agree with the last caller, which he always chimes in and makes fantastic calls, that he is a steward of the constituency to work in conjunction with the PS. But there still has to be an effort to make the constituency go. There's a level of energy. Growing up in the Marathon area, I remember, Mr. Charles Carter was our member of parliament. And I didn't know every member of parliament didn't do the things that Charles Carter. He made himself present. He made himself present to everybody he possibly can. And I saw that I never forgot. I always thought all MPs was doing this to make themselves present, to make themselves a conduit for the people of their community to make something happen. And if he's only dependent on that 28,000, we in trouble.
This text says an MP knows exactly what his or her salary will be. So if they don't think the salary is enough, do not run in the election. I believe only Joneser type people need to run. No executive. They don't need no executive, no Fortune 500 type person to come and vie to be an MP, right? You need people who used to small money. Yeah. You can't have no executive to say change the direction of the Bahamas because they can't settle for no $500.
Essentially, yes, the permanent secretary does run a ministry, but that's the member of parliament is the executive of your neighborhood. And if that's what you think of your neighborhood as a petty shop, then that's what...
Petty shop. Let me squeeze one more caller in. I'm going to have this conversation tomorrow. You busy tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'll continue this conversation. Go ahead, caller.
Love this conversation.
Go ahead, caller. Guardian Radio AM. I'm trying to squeeze you all in 30 seconds. Go to the next one. Guardian Radio AM. Trying to get the last caller? No? Guardian. All gone. So let me just read this text. No, we got to go till tomorrow. How many hours they work for that pay? It's a part-time job with a lifetime pension. No, it's not a lifetime pension. You got to win twice. Constituency allowance is like a pay raise already. Constituency allowance for the people. It's not for the MP. If we have to pay our leaders to keep them honest, then they lack integrity. The Bahamians, I always question all Bahamians in general. What jobs do they do? Clean parks, brag about fixing potholes. They need a decrease in pay. All right, let's see if I can read someone else. CA, if it's so bad, why everyone and they ma trying to get in under one off of these parties? I believe that they understand that the salary is low, so they're trying to find money in other places. Right? So that's what the problem there. Said the MP receives benefits and perks for their position, so I don't think the 48,000 would and should not matter. It's 28,000, not 48,000. The MP gets benefits and perks to make up for the 28,000. The perks come for the minister. The MP don't get no perks. If you don't get no ministerial position, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So, and we need more backbenchers. For democracy to work, we need people just be content with being an MP and challenging the government and doing what they do. But if you're only making $28,000, $500 a week, you got to ask to be a minister, and you can't complain and I can't lobby for change. This has been Guardian Radio AM with C.A. Newry. Thank you very Donato Mystic.
Always.
See you next time. Yeah. Have a wonderful day.
It's Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app.